Count me down.
Are you listening?
Welcome to the latest episode of Big and Bird. I'm your Ken Focus Bluegrass Magic 101.3.
And they should play a part of Big Homie B96.5.
Yeah, we are back 1 week back from the Super Bowl. The day that I gotta swallow and say, homie was right. He called it. He backed up the Eagles. I'm the type person, didn't have a dog in the fight. I backed up Brady. I don't bet against Brady in the playoffs, and look what it got me. You let me down, Tommy. You let me down. Now, real talk, that was a good game against the Eagles. He's grinning. He's a little too pleased.
Listen, damn all that. Do y'all remember what Easy bet for this Super Bowl? That's what do y'all remember? Okay, I'm going to try to find the clip, but listen. Easy bet his beard. We both put our beards on the line. Easy should know, homie do something crazy. I'm not going into no race without a leg up. You know what I'm saying? I knew Philly.
You had no leg up.
I did have a leg up. You know why? Because the Patriots couldn't plan for anybody of Philly. They had a quarterback who really hadn't really seen no time, so they had a little bit of film on him. They didn't have a go-to starter except for Alshon Jeffrey. But, and basically it was just a working man's game where they all had to make names for themselves. But the thing about it is they won, and they won beautifully. And they won so beautifully, not only did you lose the bet to where Easy bet his beard, ladies and gentlemen. Remember the stipulation I put on the end?
No.
Remember I said, Nick, you remember. I got my producer here. Nick, you remember?
I think so.
It's okay. So check this out. The loser has to get his beard cut off by the winner. You remember that now?
I have no idea what you're talking about. No recollection.
That's why we record these episodes.
No
recollection.
recollection.
You know what I'm saying? That's why we first 48 record these things. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely going to pull that film up, but I'll give you double or nothing because I'm a gambler, man. I'm a fair man. If you make lunch for me all next week.
Make lunch?
Yeah, like you got to cook it. Like, you know, I'm on this little healthy thing, so you know what I'm saying?
That's a double lunch. That's okay. That's a wiggle out.
Yeah.
Okay, we can come up with something.
We can come up with something.
We can come up with
Because I
something.
would ask you to dog sit, but I ain't going nowhere. And you know what I'm saying? That'd be $3. That'd be a little too much.
Damn, where'd you get 2 other dogs?
Nah, because your dog.
Oh, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all together. Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be. I was like, damn, where'd you get 2 other dogs? I was like, damn, the brother didn't tell me. Nah, it's what it was. Real talk. If you rewind the film, he first proposed the bet. I was not into it, and I still wasn't. But in effort and good energy, because you know how Big and Bird every once in a while we have power, camera, batteries went down. Battery went down. Come on, E, it's good. It's good for the shit. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, I do it. I ain't tripping. I just ain't betting against Brady. Then look what happens. Bing. So what do we learn, boys and girls out there? If your heart ain't in it, don't even fool it. Don't even fool it. Because I sure was not interested. Didn't have a dog in the daggone fight. Not even into it. And I usually only bet on my teams, the Cards and the Ravens. That's usually how it works. But, hey, that's what it is. So I'm going to have to do something to make up for that. I just ain't giving my beard to them stanking-ass Eagles. I'm just not into them like that.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Matter of fact, you know, so we can cut it live, man. Look, I'm thinking about going like a little 90s, give you the little strip. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to cut off everything, give you the strip. Let me see. Because, you know, I kind of wanted to be a barber. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to think how I'm going to cut this. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep your mustache. Or we might let you go full Ramadan and just cut everything off. You know what I'm saying?
He's letting the full hate. He's showing his hate. He's showing his hate cape. The hate cape. That bitch is flying like this right now. He got it flying. We're going to come up with something, all right, for real. We're going to make good on that one because that's real talk. And Big and Bird, this is how we go. We go back and forth. So if he don't get the Bird, homie, he'll definitely get double or nothing. What, you said a whole week?
Yeah, a double or nothing. Yeah, we come up with something double or nothing, man, because I believe in fair chances. You know what I mean? I'm a gambler, man. And
I had a feeling it was going to go live. We said this when the camera running. Now watch they mess around and lose just because I ain't even into it.
Did.
That's exactly. I quoted it. I put it in there. Man, I ain't into watch they mess around and lose, though.
Yep.
Bang.
We did.
All right, but real talk. That was the Super Bowl. First time, only one punt.
Right.
Only one
I was
punt.
going to say, what'd you think about the game?
One turnover.
Uh-huh.
Brady still threw for 500 yards
Ooh.
and 3 touchdowns, so he didn't play a bad game at all.
Right.
Other than the strip sack at the end, that one turnover, that was like the only defensive stop in the game. I repeat, other than the punt, one defensive stop in the whole game. So it was like no defense. It's
Was that
basically
an interception by, remember when I think it was Alshon went to catch it, and he tipped it up in the air, and then the Patriots defender came and got it. They were down by the goal line.
Do they count that?
I don't know.
I don't think they
did.
count. I don't
Okay.
even think they counted it.
Yeah.
Like it was like even that. So
Yeah.
So what I take from it really, homie, when I watched it, it was just zero defense on either team,
Right.
and really the Patriots defense. Because Patriots defense has never been like a star loaded cast. They just a bunch of guys who make big plays when needed. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like on the goal line against the Seahawks, 2 Super Bowls a year.
Yeah.
Who is that guy?
Right.
Who was that guy?
You're right.
But it was raising a brow raising thing. If that was Malcolm Butler, 'cause remember they benched Malcolm Butler, and it was a big deal. For some reason, they benched Malcolm Butler. He's their best corner. He has Super Bowl experience, and he didn't play one defensive down. And then you had Alshon Jeffries,
Yep.
balling, jumping, catching catches, playing like he's just fresh out of college. So I don't even know what to think of that. I've never seen the Patriots beat themselves, and that's beating themselves. That's about as close as they come to it. It's not putting all their dogs on the field. I don't even understand that.
Right. It might have been some things in the locker room or something, because I don't understand how you don't put your best players on the field in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
You know?
not even one snap, and
Right.
he's not hurt or nothing.
Not one snap, not one anything. But you have James Harrison come over from Pittsburgh, who's 34 years of age. People say he's kind of an old
I
man.
think he's like 37.
And he played majority of the downs.
Right.
At linebacker. So it was very interesting to see how New England approached the game. What I did like, these coaches didn't hold anything back. They both was going back and forth, aggressive with the play calling.
Yeah, Doug Peterson, he was very aggressive.
Man, I like that Eagles trick play. You know what I'm saying? That Eagles trick play
On the goal line.
Oh my goodness! You couldn't call a better play than that. Like, who knew that was going to be the play that where Nick Foles actually gets the ball for a touchdown?
I love the irony that like a couple drives right before that, the Patriots tried the same play
Yeah.
and didn't get it on their third or fourth down, and then they hit him right with their same medicine. So
Right.
that type of irony, that's just delicious. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you can't. That made everybody go like everybody, the whole world said unless you was a Patriots fan, because that was petty. That was a petty touchdown, but it was dope. Great call. What can you do?
Yeah, it was definitely a great offensive and defensive game. Now they did have the defensive coordinator is actually now moving to the Lions.
Yeah.
He's head coach of the Lions, and it's going to be interesting to see who comes under this new Bill Belichick regime and who else leaves and who else stays.
Yeah, I mean, the Patriots, they always clean the house after every Super Bowl, win, lose, or draw. Everybody's gone, a subject to be gone, but Gronk, Brady, and maybe running back James White. But everybody else is subject to be gone. So just keep it tuned in and see what the Patriots are going to do. But I'll tell you what, the Eagles got a little bit of a running back controversy, really, because they got that Adai, Joseph Adai.
Yep.
They had Blunt, who played great. Came from the Patriots, LeGarrette Blunt, and that rookie, that ball, Clemens, with that 58-yard catch, he brought him down to the goal line for that trick play. Then he caught that back of the end zone touchdown. That was a rookie from Wisconsin.
Clement could play in college. Clement had a little spurts of the year. They just didn't want to build on him.
Yeah.
But Clement was dope. Like, when I saw Clement, I forgot that he was a rookie. You know what I mean? I thought he just didn't get no PT. But when I said he is a rookie. Because he had another breakout player early this year. So we're like, dang, that dude's kind of fast.
Yeah.
But, man, you're right. That's a three-headed monster in the backfield. It's going to be interesting to see what Philly does, who stays, who leaves. Because, as you know, when teams leave the Super Bowl, teams win the Super Bowl, other teams like to come and say, well, let me get you.
Yeah, come gut him. Yeah.
And the coaching staff. So it's going to be very, very, it's going to be very, very interesting.
Now, do you have any regrets that you withdrawed your flag from the Philadelphia Eagles flag to the
Nope.
Pittsburgh flag? No regrets.
I stand behind my decision when I did leave Philly years ago.
Yeah, because when we met homie, he was an Eagles fan with the Eagles toboggan.
When I first came here, but some things were done by the Eagles organization I definitely didn't like. As you see, some people have left the organization since then, but because I like to buy my tickets from the NFL. I like to buy my gear from the actual NCAA or NFL because I support the teams. I'm a real fan. I won't go off to, you know what I'm saying, a little corner store to get the little T-shirt, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
I order straight from the source.
Now,
Time after time, some things were done, and I just was like.
now let me ask you this. It seems as once you went to the Steelers did not win any Super Bowls. Are you jinxing the Steelers?
No,
like they was
man.
doing good until you became a fan.
man.
Then homie becomes a fan, and they just can't get over the hump. And look at
No.
these mighty Eagles.
They
soaring. Is anybody peeping this, ladies and gentlemen?
listen. I didn't just leave them this year, so let's rewind all the facts.
I know. So say you've been dragging the Steelers down for many years.
No. The Steelers are actually doing pretty good. Couldn't get over the hump. These last couple of years have been
Hump.
What's happening is Big Ben is getting up there in age. He's getting to the Tom Brady factor.
Are you blaming on being there?
I blame it all on Ben Roethlisberger. He's still a great quarterback, but he's up there in age. You need some youth back there. He's getting too comfortable. The defense is getting a little older. Now they have a young spot in defense, but and then there's time for coaches change. As you see, Todd Haley's out as offensive coordinator, which is a major good change because there were some play calls. And then, like you saw versus Jacksonville, they just simply were not ready to face Jacksonville. So I think it was a wake-up call that Pittsburgh definitely needed. We've been doing good. I mean, these last, 3.5 years,
You've been hurting them, homie.
we've been riding out.
Shouts out to the Eagles, the number one team
We
in
right.
Pennsylvania.
2
The
years
Pennsylvania State
Two
champs.
years ago, the Eagles were 4-12. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like,
And they said they had to get rid of some baggage.
nah, but I
Louisville.
was still an Eagles fan then.
And they got rid of homie.
No.
They've been
I
rising.
left 3.5 years ago. 2 years ago, they were 4-12.
Rising.
No, man.
Then we got rid of our homie problem.
No,
Then all of a
man.
sudden they do.
Nah.
I mean, I'm just saying.
No, man. If you look at this Eagles team, who was that? Chip Kelly came through and just gutted the team. I mean,
They did.
He said LaShawn McCoy was this. He said Deshaun Jackson was a gangbanger.
Yeah, he
he
did.
said all kind of just preposterous stuff. Yeah, I had to drop that word. You know what I'm saying? Preposterous stuff about these players who are doing works in the community. Deshaun Jackson is actually from the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Does a lot of community work. LaShawn McCoy is a good straight up and down dude. Matter of fact, he traded McCoy away, I believe, for the dude for Buffalo who didn't even play a snap. The linebacker for Buffalo who had a torn ACL the same year that he traded a healthy player. Like the Eagles had to build, and they got guys who were consistent. May not have the names, but they were consistent. And this is the end product. So
Yeah, it's hard to question a guy when success comes followed. Like it's like he weeded out all the bad apples and he got Eagles guys, hardworking guys.
Right.
And Peterson came and just completed what he started. You know what I'm saying?
right. Guys that's going to work and guys that's going to adapt to the scheme now, and tweaking of the plays too.
Yeah, definitely.
And the confidence of Nick Foles is because he can play. They said he was going to leave.
Yes. Now here's something to be said. Most people, and I heard it, I forget which announcer, I can't give him credit for it, but they pointed out most people when they play the Patriots, they play not to lose. You play conservatively.
Right.
You don't take many chances.
Right.
And you pretty much hamstring yourself trying to be so perfect and don't beat yourself. And you forget to take chances. I believe in this Super Bowl, he was 4 for 4 on fourth down.
Yep. Yep.
So if you 4 for 4 on fourth down, that means you're taking fourth down tries.
Right.
Bottom line.
Right.
And that's what you get you. So that might be the new blueprint moving forward for the NFL who just can't get over the Brady hump. When you play these Patriots, you got to throw everything at them.
Right.
You can't be conservative.
You got to throw the kitchen sink at him.
And you can't beat yourself.
Right.
No turnovers.
Right. Nick Foles didn't make any dumb plays. He didn't try to force it. The plays that he did throw tight, you could see that there was an opening on the other end of the receiver, which he went through. He played a smart
Yeah.
quarterback position.
Yeah, remind me of what Jeff Hostetler did for the Giants back in the early 90s. History lesson. Phil Simms was a starter all year. Then Hostetler
Right.
comes out of nowhere, beats Buffalo Bills in their first Super Bowl loss. Look it up. I was a child. Look it up. That's all it was. History repeating itself. So that's that. Got to make a bet. Got to make it right with homie because I'm not giving up this gorgeous beard for a team I don't love.
Yeah.
But you got to make it right, though. Ladies and gentlemen, if you bet something, you got to make it right, and y'all will see me make it right. Now,
You need to cut it.
can we make this right?
All right.
Them U of L cards last
Oh
night.
my goodness! Listen,
Look, he stopped dancing and everything.
Listen. Man, listen, I felt you. I felt you, but as much as you told me, you said you got to have a good heart to be a Cards fan.
I told you.
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't get it, and it just hit me last night. They started off strong.
Yeah.
They were doing good. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you look up. Okay, we get in the 30s. It's a little tight. Then next thing you know, it's 40s. They leading. 50s. They trying to rally back. Man, coming to the fourth quarter, people were leaving. I think it was 73 70. No, it was 74-70. People were leaving with 11.2 seconds to go. I was watching it on the TV. It was 11.2 seconds ago, 74-70. I'm like, oh, it's about to get good. It's about to be something going to happen. You know what I mean? Adele going to come from one end of the court and dunk it, or, something going to happen, right?
Right.
Cards fans are leaving, man. Leaving in disgust. I mean, it ain't like one or two. It's like in droves.
Yes. I think, we are a team or a fanfare that really not just gets behind the team, but we get behind the administration and coaches. And they miss Pitino. That seemed. I took that. What you seen is almost like a boycott, a small protest. And this is why, because Boeheim from Syracuse, he's a Hall of Famer, and Pitino and Boeheim go back and forth.
Right.
And like Syracuse, in my opinion, is one of the university institutions that we've kind of conquered. We no longer like when the Cards hit the court against Syracuse. I don't care how good they are or how bad we are. We hit the court with all confidence.
Right.
The scheme, we know Boeheim won't come out the zone. So if you're hitting the outside shot against them, you can beat them. That's the Syracuse riddle. I just solved it right there. So when they see that everyone who's a diehard Card knows that we know the riddle, and we pretty much beat them when we not playing like idiots. You know what I'm saying? And when we struggle, when we get beat, it's hard to swallow. Like it's hard to swallow a loss to Syracuse, Cincinnati, and like a UConn, because we got their number. You got somebody's number. Just like I'm sure. Forgive me for saying Card Nation. I'm sure it's how UK feels when they lose to us, because they feel like they got our number. They know what we're going to do. Right. They know they got an upper hand in recruiting. So when you lose to them, you're like, man, how are we going to let that happen? Okay. But that's how I felt last night watching that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you stick around, you'll learn we play like world beaters when we see Notre Dame, like, because these teams has been in our conference for 2 conferences.
Right.
So we used to playing them. We know their style. We got their number. But when we play them without our Hall of Fame coach versus their Hall of Fame coach, it's like that little advantage or that little equal playing field that we always meet on was gone, and it's just hard to swallow. There definitely was a difference in the air.
Yeah. So you say it was definitely was a coaching thing last night that lost the game.
Well, like if not coaching / what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Camaraderie / momentum. Louisville's playing right now with no real momentum.
Okay.
We was at home, but we didn't feel like the intimidators. We feel like it was like we didn't have an intimidation factor. Something about seeing Slick Rick, because last night was a throwback game.
Right.
You see them in their throwback uniforms?
Yep, I did.
So this would have been that annual game that Rick Pitino wears the white suit.
Oh, okay.
And we would have had a whiteout normally when we do this, right?
Okay, yep.
There was no whiteout. There was no presence. There was no intimidation.
I forgot about that.
There was no slapping on the ground.
Yeah,
that's our thing, right?
It was like just a regular game. And maybe I just thought, I was like, man, I'm really into the game, and the game is quiet.
But you peeped the throwback uniform.
Yeah, I saw the throwback
West
uniform.
usually when Rick does the suit, and that's our time. And it's right around this time of year, right before March, right before Valentine's Day, and we didn't have that energy, did we?
Oh, no, you didn't.
In times like this and games like that energy carries you over the hump.
You're right.
And that's something that's missing.
You're right, especially going with a 2-game losing streak going into this game.
Exactly.
I thought it'd been a lot more fight from the Cards. I'm not saying they didn't play hard, but it just looked like a normal tempo basketball game. Mm-hmm. It's late. March is right around the corner. You in a 2-game losing streak. I thought they would have had more fight coming out. But the interesting thing about this game, now it got good.
Swag is missing. Yeah.
11.2. What's the boy? Mahan? McMahon, yeah, he hit that 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, we got a game. You know what I'm saying? Here it goes, 73-76.
Right.
We got a game, and then it just fizzled out. And then you felt disappointed. But the interesting thing after the game was Boeheim. Mm-hmm. And Boeheim was in a press conference, and he said, Rick Pitino said, he reiterated Rick Pitino's his good friend, close friend. He says he's probably one of 2 best coaches that's ever coached a game.
Yep.
And he said you had to put him Woods.
Mm-hmm.
And Pitino, Woody. And he said Woody would probably be right under Pitino because Pitino did it with fewer players. This is what Hall of Fame Boeheim said.
So he puts Pitino behind Coach Wooden, the Wizard of UCLA.
Right.
Okay.
He puts Pitino above him.
That's a hell of a compliment.
Yeah, and he said Padgett is doing a great job. I mean, when you come in this situation, it's just crazy. But then,
right.
The thing that got me is when he said, he doesn't understand. It's a sad situation that it happened, but he doesn't understand why the other 3 coaches are still coaching. I said, whoa.
Good question.
He threw that shade in there real slick.
Right, because most of the allegations has been my understanding. It was like assistants.
Right.
Whether it was the Katina Powell thing, it was assistant McGee
Right.
that was ushering.
Right.
And the whole Adidas thing, the checks and the money exchange was from assistants. And then he gets fired for it, and there's no connection to him. And assistants and stuff are still lingering around. So that's something to be said right there.
And I was like, whoa, put a different spin. I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah.
The other 3 are still out there at large coaching, and Rick Pitino kind of became the fall guy.
Yeah, it's exactly what he did. Like, I believe our university, the way they took the coach and AD,
Right.
and they put out, well, I'm sorry, the investigation was clear. They was in the clear. Well, they should get their job back. I've never heard nothing. Like, if this is any other crime, they let that person out of jail.
Right.
They acquit you.
Right.
And people are cheering.
Right.
Somebody comes pick you up in a limo.
Right, exactly. You
go out to eat.
Right.
We all go. That's usually how it works.
Yeah.
Where's his limo?
You're right.
Where's his Applebee's?
And I thought that was big, not only after a game that he mentions that, but you can see that,
They buddies, man.
yeah, the integrity. So Rich got some strong friendships because you see even with Jurek, you know what I'm saying? Jurek was even loyal with them because Jurek was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? It might seem kind of crazy, but we going to stand together. So they might know something where the media might have put a little extra spin on it.
You're right.
To over-sensationalize some things because I can't see Jurek risking not only his career but his livelihood, and I can't see Boeheim, Hall of Fame coach, putting his neck on the line.
I can see that because they had a camaraderie. Like Boeheim, Roy Williams, Pitino, and I know I'm leaving somebody out, but that's one thing we stunted on at the ACC because I know you're an SEC guy. But
Right.
the ACC, we stunted that we had 5 Hall of Fame coaches
Yeah.
and 1 conference.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah, that's
and
big.
They
That's
breaking
huge.
up the whole
Right.
scenario. You know what I'm saying?
Well, for him to even speak on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how you know it's a gentleman's club. And
Yeah.
he misses his homie. You know what I'm saying?
He after he won, he beat Louisville in what you said would be the throwback game.
Mm-hmm.
But he speaks about it and he compliments. He doesn't take anything away from Pageant.
Right.
But it baffled him that the other 3 coaches still had jobs, and
Baffles me. So, like, right now, as a Card fan, it's where I'm at with it. I don't know if you're there, Card Nation. I'm trying to be patient with Pitino. I mean, not Pitino, but with Pageant. But I'm pretty much scrapping my expectations. What I mean by that, everything we do positive is a gift, and everything we do negative, you just got to take with a grain of salt. 'Cause you know we are in shock. We are that boxer who's hurt on the ropes right now. You've been hunting, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what the Cards are. So you pretty much just ride this year out and see how it goes. Now, if we don't make the tournament, because I still think Pageant has enough talent to make a tournament. I'm not saying go far, but we should make it out of traditional just success and program pride. But we can't judge him until we see what he brings in recruiting-wise. So that's what it all matters. Because he didn't recruit none of these guys. He just got thrown on them.
Right.
I bet you if Patino's here, guys like, what's his name? Was it Sutton, number 24? I bet you wouldn't be playing for real.
Yeah, you're right.
Like he cleared the bed. You can tell everybody's getting a shot, Pageants at the him. You know what I'm saying? Like Nawara, I doubt he would be playing if Pitino was. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, there's a couple players that probably wouldn't even see the court.
Like for real. He just doesn't roll like that. He has this certain way, and I could definitely see his style. So I'm being patient. I ain't been posting. I ain't been ripping them as bad, but you're messing with my patience cards, okay? I'm giving you the Miss Seeley fingers, the color purple fingers.
Do you think they'll get it right by March?
You're
Do you
messing
think
with
it might be some stroke of it just clicks? You know how you in football you try something all year and you just get hot at the right time. You know?
I think it's a possibility because we normally do that. Like the way Pitino does it, he used to set his seed like weak games in the beginning. Then we start rolling. We get to firing up almost at 88% around time U of L, UK game. But usually by March and that whole February month, we rolling.
Wow.
We ain't got our losses out the way and all that. So it is possible. It's very, very possible. And plus, I don't see the ACC being as tough as it has been in the past. So that leaves doors open.
Right.
If Duke and North Carolina's not going to dominate, that leaves a door open for us.
You're right.
But teams like Virginia, I think it's Virginia's year. Virginia smacks us around all the time.
Virginia-
They always been. There's even been Pitino's butt. Like
Virginia's tough. Yeah.
they are always tough. Mark my words. I think this might be the year for the Cavaliers. I'm not happy about it.
Right.
At least the ACC.
What about Oklahoma? The boy Trey Young.
I like Trey, but I don't believe in nobody else. I mean,
Okay.
Trey's hot.
Okay.
I mean, hot can get you in the party, but it don't get you.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll get you in the
through
room.
door,
Yeah, it'll get you in the room, but he's gonna have to beat somebody. He's gonna have to look somebody in the eye and buzz a shot.
Okay.
And God bless him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think it will, but it's all promise. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
all promise, not performance yet. It's just promise. And he's just 17. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't hating on the boy.
Yeah, he's definitely doing his thing. Speaking about doing his thing, we're going to switch gears real quick. February 16th is slated to come out, the brand new Marvel movie, Black Panther. Kendrick Lamar produces, executive produces soundtrack with new music and things like that. How do you feel about Black Panther?
I'm very excited. I'm an immature person. That's playing. I'm still a gamer.
Right.
I still got a little youth in me. I get into that type of stuff. I get into Marvel movies, and I can't lie. If I was still a kid,
Right.
a black Marvel character, that stuff I always wanted when I was a kid. I said, man, you don't know what it's like. For my age, we had one G.I. Joe, that's Roadblock that was black.
Roadblock, bald head.
Everybody had to have a Roadblock.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
everybody
saying?
had a roadblock. Even if your mama didn't buy you a roadblock, you ended up with a roadblock somehow.
Man, I took a Naga had G.I. Joe and colored him brown because I only had one. That's how important it was to me for my identity to reign through my play. Now they don't have to do what we had to do. There's actually black superheroes and black action figures. You got Spawn. You know what I'm saying? You got the Green Lantern on certain little times he was black. So they got way more options. These kids ain't got to worry about what we worry about. But I would be tickled, and I got to support because this would have blew my mind about 10-year-old Eve. The 10-year-old inside me is going, yes. The other kids go, yes.
Right.
I'm doing it, yes. So I'm definitely going to be in the building.
All right, that's going to be definitely what's up. So it's set to release February 16th. Now, I did look online, and I saw that certain theaters had it February 15th in Louisville. January 29th, some special theaters in California got to see it, but it is set to release February 16th. The album comes out February 9th, which is
Back in the
a couple
soundtrack.
days.
Soundtracks are becoming important again. Remember how
Man,
soundtracks used to be important?
Let me tell you, they don't even call it a soundtrack. They call it Black Panther, the album. It's got cuts from The Weeknd. It's got cuts from, of course, Kendrick Lamar, SZA. But ironically, you don't see Migos. You don't see Drake. You don't see J. Cole. You don't see a lot of artists on there. You see it kind of who Kendrick wanted to mess with. I know there's a collab with him in The Weeknd. There's a joint with SZA on there. There's a couple other artists on there that you're like, who is that? And things
It sounds
that.
like, well, a project like this mainstream, like a black superhero movie, moving to the mainstream is huge. So if the soundtrack's going to reflect that, then the soundtrack got to be able to do mainstream. And some of the artists you name are not as mainstream as the ones that Kendrick is with. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick is pretty, he's Grammys.
Right.
Migos, BET Awards.
Really? I don't know. I think Migos is.
I mean, they dope. I'm just saying I'm saying Kendrick crossed over way more. I'm just talking about crossover people.
Yeah, you think Kendrick crossover more than Migos?
Yeah, West Coast, yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Really?
I think Migos college scene, college alone. You go to a college party, guaranteed to hear some Migos.
Here's my thing. Cool kids, cool people, amigos. I'm saying the nerd who barely likes rap, he got a Kendrick.
Okay.
I'm just talking about mass appeal.
Yeah, the ones I kind of like rap, but I don't listen to it heavy.
And then you be like, okay, what rappers do you like? Well, I like Kendrick.
Okay.
And I like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm not saying that like.
Well, what about Drake?
Drake is mass appeal.
He's not on there.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, Drake's not on there.
He's definitely mass appeal.
Let's see who else. I got the list in my head. I know when I hear the names. Let me see. Who else would you say was mass appeal? Drake's not on there. Migos not on there.
Weeknd's mass appeal.
The Weeknd. Yeah, but he's a singer. Everybody likes a singer, especially when you sing about Drake.
Ask R. Kelly that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't like a singer.
Listen, R. Kelly's still holding records. He's been peeing on people since '92. You know what I mean? And he's still selling out shows. It might be a little backlash, but
I'm just saying, this mass appeal to go with the mass appeal theme. I mean, these Marvel movies do be pretty PG-13.
I ain't saying putting on, you know what I'm saying, Lil Pepe and them from 38th, but I'm just
Lil
saying.
Uzi Vert.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Lil, but even like a Lil Pump or, you know what I'm saying, one of those little young kids, because think about kids going to come to this movie.
Right.
So, you know, don't you be walking around here, I'm talking about mama, or Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Even got the mama yelling Gucci gang.
I'm saying that's about the only word they can say on it. That's the only lyric they can repeat in front of their mama. The rest of it, you can get you popped.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
It's mass appeal. Just feeling no knock against none of them, but it makes sense.
Yeah, because I was thinking, I don't know. I was thinking Migos. I mean, the height of what they're doing. I mean, everybody knows Cardi B. You know, just Cardi B made a Super Bowl commercial. You know what I'm saying? If that don't say crossover appeal,
She crossover.
you know what I mean?
That's saying a lot.
Yeah.
So make sure you locked and loaded. Get ready for Black Panther. Coming to the theaters. We want to see you. When you're in the movie theater, you hear somebody laughing and talking loud in the theater behind you. It's probably us.
Yeah.
So just join in with us. If you shush me, I'm going to ride you out. No, I was playing now. But that's going to be us. So we support that big time. So make sure you lock it in. Big and Bearded. Got to make it right with Big Homie. Got to make it right. Beard's not coming off.
Ain't
But I'm
nothing
going
to
to
cut that beard off.
I'm going to take care of him. That's how we rolling with. So I need you to lock it in. Thank you for checking us out. Super Bowl edition.
Are you
We're going to get
listening?
you ready. This NBA homie. I'm trying to get homie watching more basketball. He's pretty much a
I'm
football
doing
guy.
it. Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm catching the games. I'm trying to. Now, I don't understand the calls, man.
I'm going to have to make him pick a team. That's what it is. That's the only thing you can ensure that he's going to watch is if he's picked the team.
Yeah, I don't understand the calls because like he'll blow the whistle and he'll point. So that means he's going this way. I mean, I know a walk and I know a double dribble and stuff like that, but I don't understand the calls.
Really? Are you that bad with?
Man, listen here. Football. When I say football is king back home, football. Man, listen. I could tell you NCAA rule book, NFL, youth league, high school. I couldn't tell you. I know this means traveling in basketball.
That's horrible.
And what does that mean? Double dribble. And I know charging. You know what I'm saying? When he do the suck it, he say, remember the suck it? Oh, what's this?
That is what's it called? Defensive foul.
Oh,
Blocking.
oh, see, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Remember,
That's
remember
blocking.
back in the day, you used to say,
The
you
NWA.
walk by your homeboy classroom, be like, what's up, man? You know what I mean? Y'all don't remember that,
Got
man.
a lot of us in trouble.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Triple H, China, the late great China.
Yep.
Kept us in trouble.
Oh, man.
So we doing that big and birded. We're going basketball. We also talk about more current events. We're going to keep this whole thing going.
March
so make sure you
Madness.
check us out. March Madness. We trying to branch out. Might be rocking. Checking out some SEC games. Got some business going. So make sure you stay tuned, UK fans.
Yep. Oh, yeah,
Especially
definitely.
when UK plays Georgia.
The SEC, yeah. You know it goes down, man. Georgia, hey, listen. Georgia got it. Now, I do keep up with the recruiting. Georgia got this basketball recruit coming in next year. Hey, that UK-Georgia game going to be all right. Watch it. Well, mark my words. You trusted me on the Super Bowl. Trust me when I tell you this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So,
Thanks for checking out this episode of Big and Beard. I'm your Kinfolk Easy Bluegrass Magic 101.3.
and I'm the beard cutter, your player partner, big homie for B96.5.
Big and Beard is signing off, man.